Evening, folks. Here Marcel Leal from Morena FM in Itabuna, Bahia, Brazil. I'm here today to do a little chat with the guys from Rootz Radicals. You just enjoy their music. Now it's time to know the guys.
Yeah, this is Uno Jama from Rootz Radicals, respect, and I'm here with Chris Eastwood.
Yo, big up.
First of all, it's very rare to see a German band doing reggae. How did that happen?
Well, that was really in the beginning when we were all little youths, really. And we started having a band because it was simply our greatest desire, particularly Henry Shell, our bass player, Uno Jama and myself. And our guitar teacher more or less put us together and we formed a band very quickly. We developed into a reggae band because Uno, everything he wanted to play was just reggae. And it was very contagious for all the other band members. And very soon we became a reggae band. So it's interesting that you say that about German reggae bands. There's Seed, for example, that is internationally known for sure. And also Gentleman, who is also from Germany. Some of the very renowned reggae artists. Yeah, but otherwise, you know, the scene with bands, there's not a lot. There's a lot of backing band business going on in Europe, but a band, you know, it's hard to find for sure in the reggae sector. Yeah, that's true.
Uno, you grew up in Strobing. I hope I got the name right. I know it has a great jazz festival, but what about reggae? When you became aware of it, it was love at first beat?
Yes, it was love at first beat, as you say. My mama gave to me my first reggae CD. It was a compilation. There was a lot of great artists on it. It was Peter Tosh, I think Jacob Miller, Toots and the Maytals, and for sure Bob Marley. I fell in love with reggae music very early, as a youth. Yeah, Straubing, you pronounce it right. There's a big jazz festival also. B.B. King was here. We are really proud of that festival, man. Yeah, but what about reggae? Reggae is taking place on different stages, inside and outside of Bavaria. There are a lot of reggae festivals in Germany, Spain, Italy, Austria, Switzerland. Yeah, man, and that's where we tour.
How the band was created? You knew each other before?
Yeah, as I said, we had the same guitar teacher, Uno, Henry and myself, and he put us together. So we were looking for a drummer, and sooner or later you come up with one person or another, and now we have Tommy Stroke on the drums, big up Tommy from Munich, and also Tom Eibel on the keys, flute and saxophones. Yeah, that's our 5-member band right now. Yeah. And you know, we're very much like a family, you know. Everyone is like complementing each other in different tasks that we do in the band, musically and otherwise, you know. So some of us live together most of the time. As a 5-member band, we really work together as a team, doing things that are necessary to put forth what we are trying to put forth with our music, you know.
Quite like a reggae family, I guess. What are your reggae influences, besides Bob Marley, of course?
Oh yeah, there are a lot. First of all, I can start with the 70s. There is, as I said, Dennis Brown, Jacob Miller, also Burning Spear, all of those roots artists, really roots artists from the rockers area out of the 70s. And also a lot of modern roots artists and a lot of bands that have influence on us, like Tribal Seeds or Dub Inc. Dub Inc. are one of our idols for sure because they work independent and they are one of the biggest reggae bands that they do everything by their own, and that's really cool, man.
Reggae from Jamaica, from Brazil, from Africa, all sound similar, but with a local taste. Rootz Radicals music sounds like a reggae should sound, but it has a very distinctive European influence in it. How did you come to this balance between roots reggae and European music?
Yeah, I think that's actually what reggae is. It's the implementation of the musicians that they do with the Jamaican basics that are given by the Jamaican artists and musicians, which is really where the foundation is found in Jamaica. So when people from around the world use this groove that makes up reggae, or that you would describe as reggae, and they put it into their own music, it has the touch of the musicians that do it, definitely, and also maybe the cultural background. As you said, you can hear a difference from African reggae, European reggae, South American reggae, North American reggae. You can hear the influences of those cultures. You have more, I would say, a rock influence in the US than you have in Europe. And yeah, man, so the implementations are different around the world of reggae, but reggae is still one and the same thing, you know. It's really some umbrella term that unites the world in a way, you know.
And in Germany, it's basically hip hop music that is influencing reggae music, I think.
Right.
This time.
Right, so there's a big influence of hip hop, of course, yes.
Yeah, but the beat will stay the same.
Right.
Speaking of Jamaica, I know you spent some time there. What was your first impression when you arrived in Jamaica?
Well, my first impression was I was very jet lagged from the flight, and then I checked into some Airbnb apartment in Papine, where I actually was really looking forward to go to bed. But then I got a call from my friend Selector Marbles, who has been living on the island for some time now. And he asked me to go to Dub Club with him on the same day, which was a Sunday. And I said, no, bro, sorry, I'm really tired. I haven't slept in like 30 hours. He said, no way, I'm picking you up in 10 minutes. I say, okay. So I wait for like another hour until I get picked up by Marbles and Charlie from Toots and the Maytals, who was Marbles' friend and also became a close friend of us. So we worked with Charlie on some tunes, yeah, but that's a different story. So we went to Dub Club on that same night. Yeah, man, that was my first impression. And it was intense for sure. I immediately forgot that I was tired. And I really cannot remember of having heard the sound of reggae in a similar or comparable place or surrounding then and that day. That was my first time listening to reggae in Jamaica, only like 5 hours after I got off the plane. And about what really surprised me, well, when I checked into campus on the next day, you were assigned to a certain hall of residence, which was Rex Nettleford Hall in my case. And what really surprised me there was the orientation program that I signed up for, because I thought it might be useful to get orientation around a place you have never been before. But however, it turned out into something very paradox and absurd from my view, which was the frogging of the first semesters, which I was considered of one being a first semester. So, I mean, I was new on that place, so I played with the rules. You know, I got up the first night, 4 o'clock, as the seniors said, and we had to go through this military discipline in the morning, saluting in front of people and calling them Dutch and Duke and whatever, Duchess, and everybody got their names, like a baptizing, and people got really stupid names. And so I did that for 1 or 2 days until I said, yo guys, this is like, I can't do this, you know, I'm not into this, you know, I'm not into this military kind of thing, that's not what I'm here for. And even though I took interest in various aspects of Jamaican life, music is really what I'm here for.
Yeah, that surprised me in a positive way. The Jamaicans, they really live with music in their everyday life, and it gives them strength and power on a different level than in Europe or in an industrial country. So this is what was surprising me in a positive way. At first sight, I see, wow, the children, they singing the songs, and every age, no matter how old you are, everybody experience the dancehall music or the reggae music, and everybody is dancing, no matter if you're 50 year, no matter if you're 40 year, no matter if you're a youth, everybody is singing, and music is everyday life.
It seems you had a great time there. Was it easy to work with local musicians?
Yes and no. In some cases, it was easier than expected. In other cases, it wasn't as easy as expected because the circumstances might just not allow you to progress in a way that you want like to progress or like to see the project going forward, no matter if you're talking about music video or vocal recordings, which we did. But most of the time, yeah, we got where we wanted, and we got the support of the artists that we worked together, Silky Wonder, D Burns, Zion from Augustown for sure, also model and actress Ashley Barrett, and dancer Nani Rootz, yeah. So yeah, man, it was a very, very fertile networking that was done, very, very important also for our music as it is now, yeah, for sure. And it was all very spontaneous, you know. There was not a lot of big plans that we had and things that we like wanted to do. It all came out of the blue sometimes. Like the music videos, Augustown, I have never heard of Augustown before. I have went to Jamaica, and then I get that impression, and that's how the video came about. You meet people from Augustown, you work with artists from Augustown, and yeah, the other music videos, Galway Inde and the Israel Rhythm medley as well, or some things, they really just happened in a day, you know. I remember once a singer from campus named Paigey came up to me and said, "Hey, yo, you can play guitar for me tonight. I need a guitar player for my band at Chancellor Hall. We have a show there." I say, "Oh, yeah, for sure." And so we played at Chancellor Hall and also in the law faculty, and we played before Raging Fire. We supported them at that show, and I was like, okay, wow, that means something to me, you know. And also I remember playing with Lila Eike back then, but her name wasn't really known outside of Jamaica. I have never heard of her name before, and I was really surprised of her voice. And so, yeah, we played a show together, Lila and me, at Chancellor Hall back then. Yeah, I was thinking of that now. It makes me really happy, yeah.
Thinking about the beginning, what changed in the band from the first EP in 2015 and today?
Oh, first of all, in the band, there is a new drummer, and his name is Tommy Dredd. And yeah, it was really destiny that we meet each other. We immediately fell in love with the style he's playing, with this modern style, a young guy who is really going forward in reggae drumming. And what also changed is that we work with international artists like Anthony B. or Rebellion the Recaller from Gambia. And there we really have new friendships, you know, people that visit our studio regularly, and we work on the music together. And this really gives you another level of bringing the music forward, and it's always changing, and that's a good thing.
Guys, Brazil is a country that loves reggae a lot. Do you have any plans to do a tour in Brazil in the future?
We would really appreciate that, to make a tour in Brazil for sure. In order to make that happen, it would be very helpful to spread the music. Download our free sampler one on rootzradicals.com, and also follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram. We're on Spotify. Follow Rootz Radicals on Spotify. Yes, spread the word, spread the music. One love.
Yeah, not to mention pre-order our album. If you want to support us, you can be amongst the first ones to have it. We're gonna send it to you right away as soon as it drops next year in April, the new Rootz Radicals album.
Yeah! Big up yourself, Brazil, massive! And visit rootzradicals.com to keep in touch, stay up to date, and support us.
One love.
Blessed love.
Great, that was Rootz Radicals, a great reggae band from Germany. I hope you enjoyed the shot. And this is Marcel Leal from Morena FM in Itabuna, Bahia, Brazil. And keep listening, there's more to come.